Have you ever felt like your energy just isn't the same anymore? Not worse, just different. Like you're doing all the right things, staying positive, working on yourself, trying to keep it together, and yet something internally feels off, slightly reactive, easily drained, not as you used to be. And you can't quite explain why. If that's you, stay with me because what I'm about to share with you might help you reframe the way that you feel in midlife. Hey, beautiful friend, welcome back. If you're new here, I help women in midlife reconnect with their bodies, reset their mindset, and step into this next season with clarity, confidence, and self respect. Today, I want to share some practical shifts to help you move into and stay in a high frequency energy state, especially in midlife and beyond. And when I say high frequency, I don't mean forced positivity. I don't mean pretending everything is fine. And I definitely don't mean being in a state of joy 24/7 because we're human. I used to believe that in order to change our reality, you had to stay high vibe all the time. But that can't be further from the truth. We are human. We experience the full emotional spectrum. It's physically and psychologically impossible to feel positive all the time. And trying to do so actually keeps your nervous system in stress mode. What I've come to understand is this. Midlife is a recalibration season. It's the season when you begin adjusting your inner compass. For decades, many of us lived on autopilot, responding to responsibilities, expectations, deadlines, children, careers, and marriages. We adapted, we pushed through. But recalibration is different. It's when you pause and ask, is this still aligned with who I am now? Is what I'm doing fulfilling? Just like a GPS recalculates when you've taken a wrong turn, midlife gently and sometimes loudly redirects you. Recalibration isn't about blowing up your life. It's about fine-tuning it. Psychologically, this stage of life is powerful. Research shows that emotional regulation actually improves with age. When we choose awareness, our nervous system becomes less reactive, particularly in this season when hormonal shifts heighten our emotional sensitivity. So today, I'm going to walk you through the mindset shifts that are helping me, and I hope will help you protect your energy, raise your emotional baseline, and step into a grounded, vibrant version of ourselves. I've said this before. We're not trying to become someone new. It's about returning to who you've always been without the noise and without the pressures. So let's dive in. The first mindset shift is becoming aware of the weight of judgment. The fastest way to drain your energy, it's judgment and criticism, especially self-judgment. Psychology shows us that the brain does not distinguish much between external criticism and self-criticism. When you attack yourself internally, your nervous system reacts as if you're under threat. Cortisol rises, defensiveness increases, creativity shuts down, and that inner critic that you've carried for decades, it does not motivate you. It dysregulates you. And judging others does the same thing. It keeps us in comparison or resentment. Growth doesn't come from shame. It comes from awareness plus compassion. If you want to elevate your frequency, start by softening your inner dialogue. I encourage you to watch the video I'm linking that includes strategies to help you rewire your internal chatter. Mindset number 2, presence is power. A huge part of this shift is presence. But presence isn't just being in the moment, it's being fully anchored in yourself. It's when your mind isn't racing ahead, replaying the past, or scanning the room for approval. Presence means your body is here. Your thoughts are steady. Your energy isn't leaking into comparison or performance. And presence increases the moment that you stop obsessing over what other people think. Because the truth is this: when you're preoccupied by how you're being perceived, you're not actually present. You're splitting your energy between living and monitoring yourself. There's a saying that definitely resonates with me in this stage of life, and it says this: at 20, you care what everyone thinks. At 40, you stop caring what they think. At 60, you realize no one was thinking about you in the first place. And psychologically, it's true. Most people are consumed by their own insecurities or just busy living their own lives. What we call the spotlight effect makes us believe everyone is watching and evaluating us, but they're not. They're simply too busy navigating their own lives. And presence is powerful because it makes you steady, makes you regulated and magnetic without even trying. Shift number 3. This is about energy audit and the fact that your emotional environment matters. One of the clearest markers of maturity I've gained in my 50s is being able to pay attention to how you feel after being around with someone. Do you feel expanded or contracted or regulated or anxious? Your nervous system is always scanning for safety. If someone consistently leaves you feeling small, tense, or self doubting, your body is telling you something. And here's the thing: relationships are not meant to be endured, they are meant to nourish. And yes, this can be hard, especially when someone has been in your life for decades. But longevity does not equal alignment. Protecting your peace is not selfish because who you surround yourself with matters more than ever. Our energy becomes more precious, more sensitive, and more refined. Choosing to surround ourselves with people who lift us up, bring joy, and support your evolution, and it's not selfish. It's self leadership. It is emotional maturity, and it is protecting your peace so you can rise. Mindset number 4. This is about a beautiful Japanese concept called ikigai, loosely translated as a reason for being. It's about alignment. It's about waking up with a sense that your presence matters, that your days are connected to something meaningful. And here's what's fascinating: purpose isn't just poetic, it's biological. Research in neuroscience shows that when you engage in activities that feel meaningful, your brain releases dopamine in a steady, sustainable way. Not the quick spike that you get from scrolling or sugar, but a deeper, more stabilizing motivational chemical. Purpose also activates regions of the brain associated with resilience and long term well being. When you live connected to your ikigai, your nervous system feels more grounded. Your mind isn't scattered, it has direction. Your focus sharpens because your actions are tied to meaning, not pressure. And in midlife, rediscovering your ikigai isn't about starting over. It's about refining who you already are and allowing your experience, wisdom, and curiosity to come through into something deeply intentional. That's when life stops feeling heavy and starts feeling alive. Your dream life isn't a destination, it's a frequency you practice daily. You don't have to quit everything tomorrow. You don't have to make some drastic leaps to begin. You start by infusing meaning into what you are already living. Light the candle, not for a special occasion, but because you're present. Play the podcast that expands your thinking. Take the class. Even if you feel rusty or unsure, You are not behind. Write the idea down, even if no one else sees it yet. Those small, aligned actions matter more than you think. They create neurological reinforcement. They teach your brain, this is who we are now. And over time, your outer life begins to mirror your inner shift. Friend, this is your refinement season. For years, it's been assumed that midlife is when the spotlight dims and the best chapters are behind us. But the truth, this is often the season when our dreams finally awaken. Biologically, emotionally, spiritually, something shifts. You feel it deep in your bones, a quiet stirring, knowing that there is more for you, more depth, more alignment, more life to actually live, not just manage. That isn't a crisis, it's clarity. You're not past your prime. You are stepping into discernment, into intention, into your power. So let go of the judgment. Stop paying the worry tax on things you cannot control. Curate your circle. Follow your curiosity. Regulate your nervous system because you are not just aging, you are refining. And trust this, the more you honor your energy, the more your life will begin to honor you back. Now tell me in the comments, what is the dream or desire that has been quietly asking for your attention lately? I would love to hear what's awakening in you. If this resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share it with the woman who's ready for real change. Not short-lived motivation, but transformation that lasts. And remember, you are not too old, and it's not too late. You are right on time for the woman that you are becoming. And as always, it's been a joy to share this message with you, and I hope that you continue this journey with me. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, friend.